Good morning, good morning, good morning. Got a little project here today. Not sure how far along we're going to get with it, but we'll see. Let's get this shared around. Copy. Book of Faces. Got that. Let's share that. Share now. Alright, back to the stream. Pop out the chat. Let's copy that. Then go over here and chat scroll. Paste that, and the chat is live. Is it? Yes, it is. All right. So, going through, doing a few things. Been doing a lot of cleaning the last couple days, just because I want to live in a nice house. You know, at the end of the day, I just want to live in a nice house, so I've been doing a lot of cleaning. And a couple things came up. First is I got a bunch of unfinished projects. Child. Got a bunch of unfinished projects. Well, unfinished and semi-finished projects. Completely forget who this was supposed to go to. This is one of the people that won something. I believe this was as well, but I don't think they ever got in contact with me. Oh well. I'm trying to figure out, what to do. That's the first thing. I also found this guy, little organizer. I think it was for pens, like V5 pens or something. Sam Brown. Pretty firm, actually. I'm very happy with how the stitching came out. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I decided to reward myself. And while I was, I need to finish this too and get this back to the lady. Repairing a what you call it, table I made, which she keeps breaking. So that's interesting. She keeps breaking it in the most awkward ways. Apparently it's completely unintentional, but it is what it is. But she's already burned through her free oopsies for me to fix it. It's no longer under warranty, so I'm gonna have to charge her something. Not sure yet what. My first wristwatch. The second one. I'm not exactly pleased with how these turned out. I think they need to be stiffer, but I don't know. This is going to be the last big place to get cleaned and organized this weekend. This was a failure. This one turned out like potato chip. So, after all that, I decided it's time. I'd like to treat myself a little bit and get myself something small that I've always wanted. So I decided to get myself a lockpick set. Where are they? Here's the practice lock. Here's the travel kit. And here's the home kit. Many issues I have with this set. First off, the way they had described it on Amazon, I'd be getting 3 practice locks. This came with 1. They're also supposed to come with sleeves, so that after I pick it a few times, I can put the sleeve over it and conceal it, so I can't see what I'm doing. This came with 1 lock, no sleeve. This came exactly as described. You know, it looks like a credit card. Oh my goodness. Then it has 6 or 5 picks with it, or 4 picks and 1 tensioner, which is not bad. Un momento, por favor. Drink? Yeah, stay there. And then this kit. Is not even close to what they advertised. They got a pair of forceps or something. Not sure. And then these are supposed to be molded handles, molded plastic handles. And instead of being black steel, you know, black metal, they're supposed to be stainless steel. So very unhappy. But for $25, $21 a use, I can't complain too much. So the first upgrade I'm going to do is for the carry kit, because let's be honest, this is way too big to fit into a wallet, and with the constant rattling, it kind of sucks. Very noticeable that, like, all right, here's my wallet. We can't be having that. this is supposed to be something that's thin and secured and, you know, works rather well by itself. Standalone. So, we're going to be fixing that. And then, you know, if we have enough time, we're going to try and pick a lock. Now, I'm decent at opening locks and bypassing security systems through non-traditional methods. Mainly because, no. After. Mainly because, well, most locks really aren't that difficult to get through. I've picked them with pocket knives before. And if you follow the lock-picking lawyer, you know that a master lock can be defeated by a master lock. Anyways. No one is on today. Probably because it's such just a nice, generally nice day out. Because this is just a very nice day out, especially over the last week we've had. That's okay though. So these we will work on later. I have a few things I want to do to these to make them, well, not suck. Okay. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that away. Okay. Guy, put him away. So now we're left with these 5. Oops, dropped one.
Am I on screen?
You were. Anyways, so here's the 4.
Am I on the screen anymore?
No, Connor. No child. Here's the 4 picks. They're kind of hard to see. There you got your 3 standard picks, and then you got like a rake. Then you have a 2-sided tensioner. As far as I can tell, all very standard. I just can't stand that jingle jangle noise. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is one small concession to the shape of this thing that I would like to make. So give me just a moment. Let me grab my hat. This will make sense in just a moment. My hat. What? No, you don't want to advertise that to people. I'll tell you about the why later, not now.
Okay.
Anyways, my hat. I don't like wasted space. I don't. And I generally choose my clothing for a certain reason. And to be honest, like I make very deliberate choices for my clothing. Like this hat. The design was chosen deliberately, so is the materials. It's always nice to have a piece of leather you can grab something with really quickly in a pinch. Get back, get out of here. Hurry up, because you're going to get in trouble.
I'm trying.
Anyways, fire. You can't find something to pat it out with. You can pat it out with this. Yes, you'll ruin the hat, but you're not going to ruin your hand, and you're going to put the fire out. It looks nice, but it's good for grabbing hot things out of the stove if you can't find anything real quick, or if your car's overheating and you need to grab the radiator cover. Boom. You always have a piece of leather with you. Protect your hand. Second, like I said, it looks nice. I like the look. Maybe, black leather cap's not for everybody, but I like it. The third is the design. The way this little Irish hat here is a Scully hat, is you got this traditional brim on the inside, but the peak goes all the way down to the edge of the brim instead of stopping back here like it does in a baseball cap. Allows you to carry a little USB and a bit of string. Always nice having a bit of string. You never know where you're going to need it. And when you need it, you need it. Good for like fitting springs back onto pins. Strangely enough. Or as a garrote. But this is just a piece of cotton string, so it really wouldn't work for that. Or tie up a piece of clothing or whatever. Strings are useful. Anyways, I believe we can use a little portion of this peak in here to fit these guys. Now, obviously, we can't go lengthwise. Much too long. But widthwise, we stack these guys up. Child, you need to either settle down or go upstairs. No more warnings. Where was I? Oh, yes. So I have two options. Option one is I can have them all side by side like that, which I don't think that's going to work. Let's be honest for a second. Option two is to make a tight-fitting thing. That they're all jam inside of, which I'm not really a fan of that one either. So I'm not sure what option 3 is, but I only have 40 minutes to figure it out and execute. I want it to take place, space in here. So my size is limited, my material is limited, and everything else. And of course, since the thickness of the material is so limited, I actually don't think we're going to be going with leather today. As weird as that sounds. But in the spirit of that, what I think we'll do, and what I think we can do here, is a bit of a hybrid approach. So we're going to do a tool roll, but a tool roll where all five of these will be able to, stack up onto each other like that. Now I'll take up way less space than this bulky, crappy, plastic thing here. It even came pre-bowed. It is what it is. So oddly enough, I am going to be popping out my sewing machine today. But yeah, just interesting little tools, and even though it's honestly comically easy to bypass a lock picking is just one of those skills I always wanted to do, wanted to learn, sit down and learn, like actual lock picking, not just being a jackass with a hammer. Though that is still a really cool party trick, and it makes so many people worried. And like, you can't pick this lock. You just take out your pocket knife, jam it in, pop it off. Here's your lock. And people can start getting pretty nervous. It's like lockpicking. They're like, wow, you're really skilled with jamming a knife in there or smashing it with a hammer and the lock pops off. Everybody's nervous because it took no skill and everybody has a knife or a hammer. Nothing secure. And who is here this morning? Kelsey Phillips, Rogue. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, little rogue time. But I mean, and yes, I am having cookies for breakfast because I'm an adult and no one can stop me. Or at least that's what I tell myself. It is a good skill to have, learning how to pick locks. It increases your dexterity, and it's just a really cool party trick most of the time. And the amount of locks that people have asked me to pick over the years is kind of ridiculous, to be fair. So, I think the best combination for us to get, and Kelsey, I don't know if you, also, thanks for finally joining the stream. I got these lockpick sets. I have, other stuff up here. I don't know if you what part you jumped in and saw it, but I like carrying implements with me. That's why I have the hat I have, and learning how to pick has been something I've always wanted to do, and since I've been doing a lot of cleaning over the last several weeks and have gotten a lot of big projects done, I decided to buy myself a lockpick kit off Amazon. Little treat to myself. Because again, I'm an adult, no one can tell me no. Anytime, first time I was up early enough. Well, I'm glad you are, and I hope you become a regular on here. Usually there's more people and we have a lot of fun. Oh, should probably change the chat screen over, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. So, little puzzles out of the way. And let me take my music stand and move that a little bit, just so it's a little bit easier for me to get my articulating arm up. I don't know how I'm going to film this, because it's usually not big a deal. Get that guy out of the way. So now, it says I'm not going to do leather. I'm going to do fabric. I have a few little decisions to make. First off, which fabric? I don't think it needs to be anything very sturdy. Like, it's just to keep these from jangling around. So, not a big deal. Second, like, these are stainless steel, so they don't really need any protection. At least, they're supposed to be stainless steel. So they shouldn't require any protection. So I don't think the type of fabric really matters. It's just to keep these all together. So I'll find a scrap of fabric, really any scrap of fabric, I think. And we're just going to do a basic tool roll, I think. I'll take these guys, lay them flat, and measure them out. Measure, you know, the standard divisions between them. And obviously give it a little bit of grace. And we'll just make a little itty bitty, I don't know, thing. Yeah. We're gonna make this stupid simple, aren't we? Yes, we are. So, whoop. Got that. There's my sewing machine, but we're not ready for that yet. These are all my leather scraps. And that's more leather scrap. Where's all my fabric? It's up there. What a momentum. Fabric. Okay. The bard ran off with the fabric. Yeah, I have no idea where I would place in like a whole D&D type thing, because like I'm an artificer and I kind of have some ranger traits and some bard traits, a lot of bard traits. Usually not the best ones. Some rogue traits. I'm just a mess. Anyways. We got this fabric, which is what I make my pouches out of. Hi, but Kristen! Hello! What was that? I'm in a mood today. A weird mood. We're making pouches for my lockpick set. Can't talk today either. But this is my wax fabric. I don't think we quite need this. But this is a dream to work with. Ryan says hi too. Hello, Ryan. Excuse me. I don't think I've ever actually met your partner. But hello, anyways. We got this velvet here, which this velvet is glorious. I use this actually inside as a liner for my shoes. Very nice. Once we got Duncan. Oh yeah, I remember Arlo. You should have just said your dog. I remember animals better than people. Always have. Some stretchy fabric. No. Some black velvet. Actually, almost the perfect size. Almost. And that's a contender. Okay, what else? Got a lot of black velvet. Or faux velvet. If you're a stickler for things like that. Ah, I think I have what we're doing here. Got some black linen. And originally, I believe I made my first kind of kilt out of this. It was more just like a fluffy skirt, to be honest. The pleats never stayed, and it just kind of flared out. It was a bit of a mess. But it felt nice and breezy in the wind. And then I have all that duck cloth. Yeah, we're going to be using this stuff. Sorry, Velvet. Not using you today. I wish I could find my, I had some nice, chalk, fabric chalks to mark things out with, but should I iron this? I probably should, shouldn't I? Make it pretty if I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that was a while ago. I'm glad to hear you guys are still together, though. That's nice. That makes me happy. Here's my little fabric. There it is. It was forever ago. Yeah, it feels like it. But then again, I'm at the point in my life where, like 3 weeks ago, feels like forever ago. So, my sense of time is not exactly reliable. Okay, let's pull this out. Plug it in, plug it in. And we're just going to crank that all the way to the max. This is an adorable little a little iron. Let's see. I can't stay, but wanted to pop in and say hi. I still have the eyeballs. You know, I don't even know what that was in reference to anymore, but that was funny. I remember being like a kid in a candy shop picking up, trying to find these eyeballs to send to you for some stupid reason. I still have a whole bunch of them, too. Don't get sick. It's not fun. Like, I'm done being sick. I'm just congested now. This is, you know? We're not going to steam anything, but we're going to do with it. Have a good day and keep up with the good work. Well, you take care. Enjoy the hopefully improving weather. I'm not optimistic that this will last long, but enjoy the weather regardless. And thanks for stopping by. It was great talking to you. And I have made exactly 0 progress on the fairy houses. But you know what I should do? I should probably turn on the camera over here. What is that? The droid cam. Get that working on here. Droid cam. Come on, turn on. Boop. Okay, and droid cam. No. This should work. Okay, and that is up and running. Let's tighten it down a little bit. There. Alrighty. Got that guy going, and now let's switch over to the droid cam screen. Boop. Don't really think I need to steam this at all, but just getting a good press on it will improve your results. That's pretty good for right now. Now, thinking something like that. Keep it simple. Keep them a little spaced out, you know? And then that way I can cut a piece up here and do something. Take that, fold it down, and then be able to roll these out. That's what I'm thinking. And I think that's what I'll do. So where are my fabric scissors? There. And you can see, I think, rather easily why I don't consider myself a seamstress. Like, yes, I can cut fabric, I can sew fabric, but do not call me a professional, at least not in this regard. Got that. Let's press it one more time. I like pressing the fabric as much as I can. The better you start with something, usually the better it seems to come out. You know? Not perfect, but that's a hell of a lot better than when we started with, right? Yes. Okay, so the next thing to figure is how exactly I want to do this. Kind of like that, and kind of like that. Come back in and give it another press. That looks pretty good right there. Happy with that. So the next thing I think I should do is actually, figure out my extents. I'm thinking. And then go up. On either side, just run a straight seam, up both sides. And then I'll figure out the actual individual divisions so I can have like tool pockets. Let's do that. Pull out the sewing machine. I believe it's plugged in. Should be. Not. So, let me find out where the plug for this guy is. That is not it. Here we go. Now we're on. I can drop this down. Woo. Went for a ride there. I apologize, that wasn't my intention. There. So first I have to change the stitch pattern. The length I want, let's do a 3. And I do want a bit of an overlock. Which will be like that zigzag pattern. Take a little extra out of here. We might have to wind a new bobbin, but we'll figure that as it goes. Right? Right. Drop. The width is too wide. Let's go down to a 1.
How do I need to start the live stream?
16. And I'm still on the live stream, buddy. So you should probably not be here. Okay. So we're going that, but my bobbin is all worn out. So I'm going to rewind the bobbin. And to be honest, this is kind of the fun part for me. I need to clean this machine. So we go through in here. Go whoop, wrap it around there. Feed this up and through. Pop on. Smash that over to the end. That should be enough for at least a little while. Take that off. Let's see. And this is always the most difficult part for me. I have to re-string my thingamajigger here. You know, they could make these a little bit easier to thread. Almost had it. Haha, success. There we go. Look at that. That was easier than normal. Beautiful. I love it when a plan comes together. And how far wide do we think we need to be? A few inches apart from either one. Let's say about there. Nope, that came unthreaded. Did it? No, it didn't. Oh, it's not walking because oh, basically, because I'm an idiot. That's okay. All right, so there's my basic pouch. Just trim some of these little runners off so I don't go nuts later. And slice shit on my finger. That one hurts. That's the first time I've done that. These scissors are sharp. Right. Oh well. You don't bleed every now and then. Are you really making? This out of the way. But then now we have some decisions to make. First off, I'm going to trim this. Yeah, I just freehanded this whole thing, so it's not going to be the best, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm bleeding pretty good. Great. Well, I will go get that addressed here in just a moment. Because the stream's almost over anyways. So there we got that. Now, Now I think if I were to take this out, you know, it'd be kind of a respectable little thing. Not super huge, but cute. And the ability to pop it just out of my hair, out of my hat, would be kind of nice, I think. There you got that, and then we can just roll that up and do a nice little thing. Of course, I'm getting blood all over it. I think what I might do is fold these edges in one more time and run another straight stitch up them. Now that I kind of have my constraints. And I'll probably run the whole perimeter of it. I think what I'll do is I think I wanted a full layover. Do a full layover, but at the ends down here, I kind of dock them in a little bit. That way it kind of gives a nice little presentation. Anyways, that's my project for today because I've been doing a lot of cleaning and I decided to reward myself. A little treat yourself moment. So, anyways, guys, that's the stream. That's my hour. Of course, I had to cut myself because why not? Anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for helping make this world better. One kerf at a time, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.